What's up, guys? You're now tuned in to the Perfectionists season finale after show. Ava's dad is back. Unfortunately, we still don't know who the killer is, but we have a special guest. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, guys? We are back with the season finale after show. So sad, but we have a jam-packed show for you guys. And also, we have a special guest. We're so excited. We're kind of upset with his character right now on the show, but we're so happy to have him here. Let's welcome Philip Freeze.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Yes. So excited. This is actually the perfect episode to have you here.
It all worked out.
It all worked out. But again, guys, we're so excited to dive in and talk about this episode. It was crazy. But before we get into it, let me introduce my lovely co-host. We have Shay.
Hey, guys. This season finale was crazy.
Crazy. And we also have Alice.
Hey, guys. Don't worry. I think there's going to be a season 2, so no crying.
Yeah, no worries. We're gonna have a season 2. But okay, let's go ahead and get into some overall thoughts. What did you guys think? What were your feelings? Just put it out there.
Overall thoughts. It was a great season finale with the cliffhanger of who the heck is the professor. And if I was Ava, I would get my money back from Dana. I would figure out how to do it. I'm still upset right now, guys, about that money situation. I really am. Like, I have questions. So hardcore.
So you're saying you wouldn't have given back the money?
No, not that money. The one that Dana took.
Yeah.
So Dana has my money that I needed for my school, and she's not turning it in. So I would figure out how to get my money back. I would leave Dana with a couple cash. For your time, thank you. Here's $2,000. Where can I keep my money?
Buy a pair of shoes.
I'll buy you some like Louis Vuittons, some Jimmy Choos.
Just give me my money back.
Yeah, right. Like, you're not turning it in. You're not turning me in. So I'm still upset. Alice, how did you feel?
Oh gosh, well it was almost like the episode 9 was like the season finale, and this was like the beginning of the next season.
Yeah,
you know?
I got
That's
that too.
That's kind of how it felt. So many things happened, and it was like, oh cool, everyone's happy, like everyone's in their little groups. You've got like Zava's going to New York. I was like, yes, this is gonna be awesome. Like no one's gonna leave, it'll be great. And then it was like, turn for the worse. The professor, you're all being watched, and you're all gonna go to jail or die.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I wasn't surprised. We knew this was gonna happen. We knew it was gonna be crazy. We knew we were gonna be led on, and nothing just ever goes right. Like, we knew that, but it was a crazy twist and turn through all of it. I definitely, I'm happy that Dana is finally not the god of Beacon Heights. Like, finally we shut her down. I think that was the best moment of the whole episode to me. Just realizing that Claire had finally broke her alliance with her, and we're done with Dana.
I think mine was Mona reminding you I'm Mona Vanderwall and I'm not leaving.
That was good.
Like, are
too.
you jealous?
Yeah.
The boy you wanted. Really, ma'am.
Oh, okay, we'll get into that. Let's slow down. But okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into our first topic. Let's talk about the investigation scene. Claire surprisingly apologized to the group. She pretty much made it known that she was wrong, and she's happy that they found the killer, quote unquote. And like, she looks at Dana like, I was misled, and like immediately looks at Dana. That was my favorite part. How did you guys feel about that whole situation?
I mean, it was nice, like, to see, like you said, to see the allegiance broken. But I'm not gonna say I was unsatisfied, because I wasn't, but I was. Only because even though now Dana's gone, we still have Claire to deal with, because Claire is technically the god.
True.
Of Beacon Heights. So now one problem is solved. I still have another.
I was surprised even just how the episode started, and they just were like so candidly talking to Dana, like not really mad anymore. Like, here you go, here's all the evidence, and it was Jeremy the whole time, he's the killer.
Yeah.
Like, just super nonchalant, like no grudges anymore. I was like, what?
We're just like, thank you so much for trying to break us apart. You brought us closer together.
That was
a teaching moment.
But it was, and the whole time I was watching this episode, I was kind of thinking back on what Norman was telling us last week about like how it's not supposed to be straight to the point. You're not supposed to get it. We know that it's kind of like a quirky kind of thing, but it's all about the emotion. And I think that definitely reflected in this episode. And he also directed this episode, so shout out to you. Yeah, I thought that scene was, I agree. Like, it was just like, oh, we're best friends now, whatever. Here's the information, and Jeremy's the killer. Boom, deuces. Like, I thought it was super funny. I know you weren't in that scene, but was it cool to watch or just be a part of it?
I thought they were all vindicated. I think that's why they were in a certain mood at the beginning of that episode. Is they were like, well, here you go, look, Dana. Dana she didn't do her job. We are innocent. You've been chasing the wrong guys. You know, it was Jeremy. Game over.
Or was it?
Or was it? Yeah, but that scene was great. It was great. But before we go ahead and get into our next topic, we'd love to share how you guys can stay connected. Alice, would you like to take it away?
I sure would. Hey guys, yes. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for making us the ESPN of Talk TV. And we actually need your help so that we can continue to grow. If you're on YouTube right now watching, which I know a lot of you are because I see you in the chat and we're going to talk to you in a few, I want to urge you to hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. And if you're on iTunes right now, please give us a 5-star rating. We love to see what you guys think of our shows, and we love it when you guys comment too. So make sure you do that and get involved in the conversation, whatever platform you're on. Being part of AfterBuzz TV has been such a joy for me these last 2 years, and I've gotten to do lots of other fun hosting jobs because of it. So I appreciate all of your guys' support in helping us do what we love. And don't forget to tell your friends, and enjoy the rest of our shows.
Yes, again, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't be here. And unfortunately, we're having, a little spill, but it's cool.
Someone had too many drinks.
Take 2.
It's okay. It's chaotic, just like how this last episode was for us.
We're going to keep one, though.
Yes, but I kind of, before we get into the next topic, actually, I kind of wanted to tap into, like, how things are kind of falling into place for everyone, kind of. We saw how, Ava got her internship. We were so worried about that.
Well, I don't think she hasn't really
she
officially
kind of confirmed it, but
yeah,
did she not?
I don't think we don't have official confirmation so much as the fact that the lady from Vogue says you're material.
Yeah.
So I feel like that puts her definitely ahead than most of the candidates.
Right. Yeah. Well, she's doing better than before. We saw her have her breakdown when she was, applying. She was going through her drinking phase and all of that, and struggling to get the application in. So it's good to see that she finally is a little step closer to what she wanted. And then also, Zach, her push helped him. Caitlin now doesn't have to move to DC. It was just a lot of good things happening. It all kind of went downward. But what were you guys' thoughts? Did you guys expect it to go for a good semi-turn, or?
I mean, I was hopeful. I mean, me and Alice were talking, the thing with Claire and Mason, I did not see coming. I can actually say I was pleasantly surprised by that, but it makes a lot of sense. But now but with that information of what happened to Mason and Claire, I want to be like, is it just because she wants him to be another Nolan, another son figure, or she wants to date him? I have like now a lot of questions for Claire.
Yeah, I mean, Claire likes young boys, so that's nice.
That did not sound okay. I mean, he is 18. They're in college. So.
I know, but
I think
she's
like
in her 50s, so
right.
I mean, or maybe late
I
40s.
would say mid 40s.
Maybe, yeah.
She looked good.
Late
Like,
40s. She looks good, but
give her credit.
I mean, if she's gonna get on Mona's case, I mean,
right? That is so true. Like, how dare you slept with him and you run BHU.
Also, she's got some weird, psychological things going on herself, because episode 1, it was like, we're bringing Allison because she's like Taylor's doppelganger,
Right.
and then now I'm sleeping with 18-year-olds that,
Right.
we're best friends with my son.
Really,
so, what's going on up there? I don't know.
Yeah, fingers crossed. If there is a season 2, I believe there will be one. I hope so. But I want to kind of dive more into Claire, because she's kind of been a mystery this whole episode. I've constantly, expressed my feelings towards her. I felt like she wasn't, mourning the deaths, and she kind of just been all over the place to me. So I'm excited to see something with Claire. We need to know her backstory.
The entire scene between Mona and Claire was everything, because as how Mona held herself, but then as soon as Claire got up, she backed away. That was just a moment. We're just like, okay, Claire, I know you're still powerful, but I'm just, I'm going to have some space just in case you try to attack me right now. Because I really feel like if there was a fight, I think Mona would win. Because she's young and she's scrappy. Mona crazy, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that we finally got to see a flaw from Claire, though. I don't know, have we seen that yet? Like, we finally saw...
She's a flawed mother.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But we finally have something on her. Like, she was sleeping with Mason. I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's true. We now have, like, because everyone in the show has something that, like, could potentially get them in trouble outside of their realm. And now we have something on her.
Now we finally have something on her.
Like,
so...
a big...
Yeah, that was great. But, okay, let's talk about the craziest thing. Well, it wasn't the craziest thing, but one of the craziest things that happened. Ava's dad's return, who just so happens to be in the studio with us. Well, the person who plays Ava's dad. Okay, reactions on all of this. Feel free to chime in on your reactions on your role.
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
I was so angry. So angry. Dad, how could you use your daughter? Like, I just knew he.
Why are you looking at me? She's talking.
I just knew that he was coming back to be there for her. Like finally she's been missing him for so long. Just to find out it was really a motive behind it. He didn't. Well, I feel like he maybe necessarily cared, but
cares about the money more.
Yeah, it messed me up. What were you guys' thoughts on that?
It was really messed up. I was really angry at you. Only because
at his character.
At his character, like not as him as a person. He's really nice. But his character, however, because she's been dealing with your mess, unfortunately, and
he's like
you,
Go on.
you left. Mom was supposed to have run away. Like just left her. Now we found out that you're actually together in a small town somewhere. Changed your names. Living great.
I just wish that your character had at some point told Ava where they were.
I think well, I was trying to protect her.
I thought you guys were in Europe, like.
Well, we had had a little time in Europe as well.
But however much money he took.
I got a lot of money, and we've changed our name, so the sky's the limit. I think I was protecting my daughter. I am protecting my daughter by telling her not telling her where I am right now. So when those that come knocking, asking those kind of questions, she
can't respond.
She can't respond, so I'm protecting her.
But now a year's gone by and you need more money, so...
That's one way of looking at it. When you play a character, you always have to find the good. You find and for me, I'm protecting my daughter. I'm coming back to. I think when Michael genuinely asked, come with us now, come with me and Mom, and let's start a new life together. I think he's totally genuine about that.
I don't disagree. I feel like moments of your character are very genuine.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated.
And I know
because you got a bag of cash, you got a lot of money.
$59 million and some change, guys.
That was a great perspective because I was, like I said, I was upset. Like, he just wanted that money. He didn't care. Then he tried to sprinkle in, come move with us. But it makes sense. And when you think of it that way, it does make sense. Right now, it seems like he may be the bad guy. But sometimes you have to be that person, until you figure out that overall picture. Yeah. So... I mean, I guess my heart is satisfied now. What are the people saying in the chat? Because I know everyone was going crazy. Before we even started, everyone was just like, I can't believe Ava's dead.
A lot of people were saying they were hoping you were innocent. Gosh, there's like...
I am I not?
Why does he need to have more money?
Until proven otherwise.
I think a lot of people were wondering why you need more money.
Well,
Everyone's also saying... that they love Protozoa.
Yeah.
Yes.
They think you live in Rosewood.
Well, I think I live close by. I mean, the fact that I come back, I ask my daughter for the money. She's willing to give it to me. I also tell her that a package is going to arrive, and we know what's in that package is that notebook that has all of my clients' information, their bank details, and all of that stuff. So she's a conduit. And yes, it's a big, web of deception and deceit. And, but I genuinely think that Michael is trying to get himself out of this mess that he's in. And he does say that. I am responsible for this. So his methods may be a little bizarre, but let's wait and see. It's,
Well, also now that Ava's got the money in her hands, she might, in her own way, help you get a lesser sentence anyways. If she starts giving all the money back.
She's been giving the money back. She can take care of herself to stay at BHU. She can pay for her Vogue internship. So,
Yeah,
you know.
I just thought it was interesting because I feel like your character, Michael, and Ava are very, like, the closest father and daughter.
Yeah,
And, like she said, you didn't raise me to be an idiot.
right.
I mean, granted,
Right. I did not raise her.
she needed a little sprinkle from Dana to, you know, connect some dots. Dana, I'm still upset about
Let's
that
get
scene.
into
And we
that
still don't know the
also.
real reason why I did it. Right?
Yeah, I don't think we
there's
actually know the
Yeah.
reason.
Exactly. So until that's revealed, and my lips are sealed, we don't know. Maybe he had really good cause. Maybe there was such an amazing reason that he had to steal how much money?
59 million.
Well, she transferred like over 300,000, so the current balance was $59,576,196
To be precise.
plus
Right, to be exact.
40 cents. Oh yeah,
So maybe he wanted
look
to
at
help a
numbers.
few, maybe he's this big philanthropist and he wants to help a few developing nations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
World peace.
let's talk about Dana too, though. Like, she gave her this, proposition, like, you'll be good if, like, let's help each other, because she's tanking right now. Like, Claire no longer wants her, like, she's been kicked out of the posse. Now she wants to get back into the FBI. She knows that she's probably going to lose her job. How did you guys feel about her approach to trying to save her job by twisting it to make it seem like she can help get Ava out of this situation also?
I mean, I don't see what leverage Dana really has besides the money, which she can't prove that she actually used for her funding for her tuition. I mean, we can go tat for tat what they said. Like, you have no proof. Why would I believe you actually have leverage enough to help me or get out of the situation? Mm-hmm. And then, second of all, why are you picking up my phone?
Oh, right.
Dana has a personal space issue. I have a personal space issue with Dana.
Listen, at least she knocked on the door this time and was like, can I come in? Because we know she's known for just popping into places.
No,
Hello.
Ava somehow is the only place she has not, like, just been in there. Like, Ava has to invite her into her space. Everybody else, she'll be in Dylan's room. She'll show up at Kaylin's house.
Oh, Dylan's was her spot. She loved Dylan's room.
She really did. But Ava somehow, I legit feel like, I don't know, maybe there's a cone around Ava's dorm where it's just like, this is a do not enter, like, cone of silence where you have to knock on my door to be into it. Like, I don't think Dana has ever just been inside when Ava's been home at all. Except for when she technically snuck in to leave little things. But, like, where she actually found her, no.
Yeah. That Dana, man.
She's a master manipulator.
Dana, she just stresses me out. How did you feel about that whole, plan that she supposedly had?
It's like you said, she's going down, and she's going down fast, or at least she thinks she is. So she's clawing her way, seeing who she can still manipulate to, get her way. So,
Yeah.
Whatever way it can get her to whatever power she needs.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, if you got kicked out of the FBI, I guess the only way you could get back in is actually finally catching the person you were so obsessed with. But even then, I don't think they would have you.
Well, and also, I guess it's, like, beneficial. No one can say anything about the money. So, like, even if Dana spent all the money, it's not like Ava could ever say anything because she's going to get in trouble. So Dana knows that she's really, like, she can easily twist Ava around, I think.
But Ava shows she's not easily twistable. Like,
I was
she
gonna
can
say that.
really match. There's a few people that can match each other in the show, and Dana and Ava are one of them. Mona and Dana are, like, 2 for 2. And Allison matches anybody.
Right.
I do love the dichotomy of that. Like,
Right.
really just show, like, you can, like,
The
just
people that can go at it,
Yes.
whereas we have the Dylans who are kind of like, please don't tell on me. And she's just like, no, try me, and then I got you also.
Yeah,
But-
research works both ways.
Right,
It really
but
does.
speaking of that, I really love the growth in Ava's character. Like, you can really see it. She was so, like, down and defeated, and you can see her strength literally, like, build up as it progressed. Because this episode, she was on fire. Like, she did not hold back on her dad. She did not hold back on Dana. Like, it was just really good to see her finally. I feel like she's getting her mojo back, and we're gonna see something new from Ava next season.
Like, this is who Ava was when she first got to BHU.
Right.
Yeah, I could
Before
definitely see
everything.
Yeah, and I think
went
she's
crazy.
also had a lot of instances where she's learned, like, when she stands up for herself or stands up for her friends, she's rewarded positively, like with the Vogue interview and in everything else, I guess. So
she's gonna be like the head of the posse. I see that. Like, she's becoming very, like, just that strong kind of independent friend. And I love that they're becoming friends. They called each other best friends this episode.
They also call each other family. When you have friends who are like family, those are the best people in your lives. I legit have maybe 3 people in my life that I consider are my friends, but they're also my family. Mm-hmm. And has spanned over 20 years of friendship.
Right.
And, like, that bond is so tight. It's amazing. It's great
amazing.
feeling just to know that you have somebody who has your back. You can trust them.
But it should be. They've been through a lot. Like,
I mean, murder, cover-ups, fraud,
now blackmail.
Like, spending felony money.
It was a lot. Now, okay, speaking of that money, because we kind of touched on it, okay, from my understanding, didn't she give some of the money back to Zach?
She gave, so she started not just to Zach, other people as well.
Okay.
To Zach's father's company, who represented a bunch of clients that I had stolen from.
Yeah.
So it was it was almost half the money to Zach's
Allegedly.
company that was repaid.
Okay, I wanted to clear that up because I'm like, I thought I saw her click that transfer button, but I just wanted to be clear. So, I mean, it's just so many little things that it has to be a season 2. It has to be.
Well, and the introduction of Luke, because, like...
Oh, well, let's get into that now, actually. Okay. So, we can talk about it. But, yeah, so the ghost from Dylan's past, Luke. Go ahead and elaborate, because you're ready to take it away.
Yeah, no, I just think it's interesting. You know, you introduce this character that looks like it's going to be a pivotal person in Dylan's life, maybe between him and Andrew, who knows. But you wouldn't do that if there's not going to be a season 2, right. I think.
I mean, and then there's the fact that we got first introduced to him during Caitlin's breakdown food fest that she had.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, like, Dead Week, I believe that was. And I actually thought, like, he was going to be maybe for her. I feel like Jeremy was just going to, you know, go off somewhere and then, oh, yeah, here's Luke to be there. And then, oh, no, he's gay. And there's Dylan. And now I can just see so much drama coming for Andrew, Dylan, and him.
Well, because you can tell that Luke is there, obviously, to get with Dylan.
He made it very... Wait, hold on. Wait,
he literally...
I wrote it down.
Let me pull out my notes.
Let me pull out my notes.
I came here for you, or whatever.
I wrote it down. He says... he doesn't plan on leaving BHU until he proves to Dylan who he really is.
Yeah, with like a wink wink on this.
Right? I didn't get that. I solely got he was there, like, he's been battling with this all of his life. He knew that he was gay, and he knew that he was in the wrong for, you know, ruining Dylan's life. So I thought it was just genuinely to, you know, let him know I was wrong, and it was all because of my own personal insecurities. But that is with the world of Pretty Little Liars, The Perfectionists, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a spin that happens with it.
You didn't even see how he was looking? As soon as Dylan got all kind of, I'm tough and I'm buff, and then he walked away and grabbed... First
of all, I love that energy, Dylan.
Awesome.
Keep it up. I love the energy because, like I just said, you know, Dylan doesn't really... I mean, he stands up, but he's kind of like... He's always kind of on the fence.
Timid, yeah.
And he was just like, no, enough is enough. You've ruined my life. Like, I love that.
Because he can't get to the professor, but I can get to Luke. But the way Luke looked after Dylan when he walked away and then grabbed Andrew's hand and just watched him walk away, it was like a longing. Like, for him. Like, there's no other reason. You can set up a food truck anywhere, and I'm assuming they're not from wherever.
Portland.
Yeah, I was like, I forgot where it's set for a second. They're not from Portland, so...
But in a way, now that you think about it, it's kind of weird and creepy. How do you just pop up on my campus? How do you know where I am? Because Dylan made it clear
Social media.
Well, I mean, but let's not think of that right now. Let's just... remember, what did Norman say? We don't get technical. We just do it.
No, I'm just saying, no. Okay, so if we're trying to figure out actually how... If Luke can stalk Dylan without following him, if depending on the privacy settings of whatever social media he has, and we've all discovered the internet is supposed to be good for us, but it also can be used as a weapon against you. Where you're supposed to feel safe, you cannot feel safe at the same time.
True. Well, I mean, I guess the overall theme of the show, too, is just technology clearly can come back and bite you. So that makes sense, yeah. But it's just still creepy, regardless. Even if it was through social media, it's creepy.
He's still hot.
Yeah, he was cute.
He's just, yeah.
He was, but still, you don't just pop up with, oh, here's my food truck. Oh, wait, Dylan, I'm so sorry. I'm gay too. I'll take it back, man. Like, no, you can't do that.
Technically, he didn't just pop up. He's been there for some weeks. Like, it was just the first time Dylan actually saw him.
Spotted him. Okay.
So technically, that's not really his fault. He's been there for a second. He's been there for a quick minute.
So he was just plotting, like, okay, now's the day. Like, in there, cooking, doing whatever he was doing. I don't know. What is everyone in the chat saying? Because I know people have reactions to that.
They're agreeing with us.
They're agreeing with me and her.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well, no, because you
about the relationship thing. Got it. Yeah, but that was crazy. And then let's talk about, the support from Andrew. I really loved how, he kind of stepped in and was just like, do you need me to go with you? Just being that helping hand. It was really just beautiful to see that. But do you think, I don't know, well, I guess we do think that it's going to kind of go for a turn, or maybe.
The relationship, you mean?
Maybe, like, I mean,
they got a long way until summer. That's what I'm going to say. It's a long way until summer.
Andrew's so sweet, but I think he's probably, I think Dylan can easily
let him go.
Screw him over, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it was easy
he's
with
already done it
Nolan,
in the past, so.
And I mean, whatever the professor's instructions will be to Dylan could definitely cause trouble in his relationship too.
Yes. Yeah, especially if, he at some point shows a fear of screwing up things with Andrew.
And he promised to be
use
honest.
it against him.
Now you gotta lie.
Right.
Well, we will see what happens. But before we dive into talking to Philip, I want to talk about, the last crazy thing that happened, Crimson Society.
Fake Crimson Society.
Right, this whole blackmail thing, their whole process to, flip the script on them. First of all, what were you guys... first of all... They get into they all just so happen to have the envelope invitation, and they just come in so calm. I mean, Norman, we know you said don't think not logically, but they just come in like, oh my god, you guys were here too? Oh my god, cool. Oh wait, there's the video. Like, you guys did not think that you guys were getting blackmailed. That was funny. What was your guys' reaction of the whole just video situation, all of that?
I feel like it was very secret society the way the room was set up a little bit before the thing, because it was secret society, especially now if we're talking about modern secret society. I can understand the TV, the camera, to keep everything secret.
I thought of it kind of like a sorority or fraternity initiation kind of thing.
A little bit like that without the bags over their head, so they didn't know they were like being gonna be there.
Does that.
Well, like, they get kidnapped before they get initiated, that type of thing. No, and then the fact that there were 7 chairs. Obviously, we know why Taylor technically couldn't be there, because technically she went to Riverwall, which is legit just probably a very bad psychiatric place. And where the heck was Ray?
I thought they said it was a nice place.
It's
where she's
probably
at.
really nice.
I'm pretty sure that website looked amazing.
But I'm pretty sure that is probably
I'm pretty
twisted.
sure that right. Because even like Taylor's been there before.
Yeah.
She really did not want to go back. There has to be a reason why you don't want to go back to a place that was supposed to help you through your father's murder that you witnessed.
Yeah. But but either going back to just like the whole video situation and things like that, do you think their plan to, kind of like beat them at their own game will work? Like, how did you guys just feel about how that all came together and the whole, time, the video thing, how they shared their fears, they figured out what areas that were the safe zones that they can talk. I think it's gonna fail, but
I think so too.
What do you guys think?
As an overall thing, I mean, Pretty Little Liars, I'm not taking it without a fight. I'll be complicit for a while, but no, I won't be there for a while. Like, you can only keep me there so long before I'm gonna snap, because dang, you got video of me. Like, I can't even like get over that video right now.
Come
from behind them. So I legit want to know either if they got followed, if it was actually a beacon camera, because it was never.
Well, yeah, but what about the car they drove? Because that's about the angle of where that video was shot from. So maybe there was a camera in their car, like a camera.
The camera seemed very high up.
No, it was like, I think it was very high up behind them, only because the way Caitlin's car was kind of like turned to the side.
So it was on a telephone pole or something,
like a tree maybe. Yeah.
And then Mona sprinkles in that news. Oh yeah, we've been trying to expand. We're getting new land. Like,
Mona's always got like some type of information she hasn't shared
later, and it's just like, where was this information when you knew we were plotting against him? Like,
but they really need Taylor back, because now her RV blew up, but
I mean, she can still recreate Beacon Guard if she needed to.
Yeah, I mean, she can get in the back door and kind of see what everyone's seeing. I don't understand, though, why she isn't, like, more aware of, like, whoever the professor is.
Because she knew somebody was creating lists, but she couldn't figure out who it was.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the professor is just as intelligent, computer-wise, as she is. And obviously, I'm assuming the person's a little bit more aged, so they have a little bit more experience, longer time.
Well, they've got that, whatever episode that was in, that whole, you know, the main room of computers, like the homeroom there for the...
That was in episode 1.
Oh,
yeah, I remember we saw it one time.
Guard.
Beacon Guard, yeah, but we've never seen it again.
Nope.
And we don't really know whether or not that was really Beacon Guard or whether or not it's someone's secret, lab, computer lab.
Well, I thought it was because that's how Mona knew she was being watched, and that's why the person was just like, Mona, go to your comm place.
Yeah.
Go to your comm place.
Maybe that was the professor.
And so we never got into who that was, and like how did Mona know that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just having a moment now because I'm like, you're right. Like, we never tapped into that lab, and Mona clearly talked to them, so she clearly, knows. Did I miss something?
No,
or am I?
No.
I mean, we just
just
never went back to it. And then like you said, the RV blew up, and Mona was just like, "Who's ever in there? It's dead now."
Right.
And I'm
So
sorry.
nonchalant.
That is totally me. I will state the obvious so quick like that. I so love Mona. I am so the type of person just to be like, well, they dead now. People look at me so weird, but I'm just honest about it.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Well, I mean, guys, I'm excited to see what is to come. I'm sad that we didn't find out who the killer was, but I mean, we gotta do. We were gonna figure it out.
And Norman said it was gonna be a cliffhanger, so we knew it was gonna be a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And from
I didn't know it was gonna be that much of a cliffhanger. I thought we were gonna have a little bit. He literally gave us a little sprinkle.
I know, and then
tap.
like that Zach was serving the professor. I'm assuming who's actually a professor at Beacon Heights, which also brings the question: if he's the one that killed Nolan, did Nolan have something on that professor?
Mm-hmm.
It brings on a lot of questions.
A lot of questions. I love it though. I love that it keeps our mind going, and yeah. But we want to talk about Philip now. How, just in general, just tell us about your experience just working on this show, and how has it been different from the other types of projects that you've worked on in the past?
Well, this show comes with so much history, so much fandoms, and I mean that in a real positive sense of the word. Everyone has a real sense of they have a relationship with this show, and whether the original Pretty Little Liars, and then here we are, how many years later? 7, 8 years later, we've got this show. So everyone has a history to it. So you're getting involved with something that people are invested in. So that felt special. Felt very special.
In a way, was it kind of just like pressure too? In a way,
a little bit sometimes, but you try not to think about that. At first it is. At first it is. Any job is. Because you want to do your best. But you go and you realize everyone's nice. Everyone's pretty normal. Everyone's doing the best they can, and you fit in, and it's very much a family. And Marlene King, the creator, and Norman Buckley, they set a certain tone, which is impeccable, and everyone just rises to that bar. So the set in front of, behind the camera was just wonderful to be around. It was a real family, and I was up there for quite a bit, so I got to know them all. It was lovely.
And Norman was telling us how you were shadowing him directing.
Yeah, you kind of sprinkled in that you originally wanted to help with directing, but you ended up becoming a part of the show. So just talk about that.
It's quite bizarre. Yeah. I mean, I was up there on a directing assignment to shadow Norman to see how he directs, and specifically how he directs this show. And it was just before Christmas, and they were looking for an actor to play Ava's father, and they needed to get an actor who was in Portland, so they were looking at actors from that area, and the talent pool isn't that large, not like it is in LA maybe or New York. So they I think they wanted more options, and Norman, during one of those meetings that we had with all the heads of department, he kept looking behind. He was like, gosh, do you want a cup of coffee, Norman? I was like, no, let's talk afterwards. Like, okay. He said, hey, would you be interested in playing Ava's father? You want to audition for it? I was like, sure, yeah, okay. And there you go. So
That's so cool.
so
Like
awesome.
how it just happens. Like not only did you get to be on the show, but you also learn at the same time. You've got
crazy.
everything that you needed and more.
It was bizarre. There I was, I'd shoot my scenes and then get out of wardrobe and go hang out by the monitor with Norman again, go behind the cameras. I'm in front and then behind, so it was great. It was a unique experience.
Speaking of unique experiences, guys, if you ever, been living on the rock for the last 20 years and have not seen Xenon, because we all grew up on it, we loved it. This man played Protozoa, and I talked to him earlier because I didn't actually know his accent in Xenon was like his actual accent.
You thought I was faking?
I actually thought it was like maybe fake, but it worked. And you have not changed in 20 years, and that's everything.
What was the term you gave?
He's a zaddy, like in legit chat. Agree with me or don't agree with me?
I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant. Zadig. That's my niece's dog.
Zaddy.
Okay.
We have a couple of questions actually from the chat about Xenon.
Go ahead.
Everybody misses Protozoa.
Yes, everyone misses
zoom,
Protozoa,
zoom.
but someone asked if you still stay in touch with any of your Xenon characters.
Holly. I see Holly Folger occasionally, who played Aunt Judy.
Aw.
She lives close by. Kristen, I think I had some sort of direct message communication for a moment with her, but that's it really. No, we're all kind of gone our separate ways.
Wow.
Some people want to know why you weren't in Z3.
Z3 because I was working on the show called Nip Tuck at the time, and I was committed to that.
Yeah.
So. But I know the gentleman. The bizarre thing is, I know the gentleman who played Protozoa in Z3. His name's Nathan Anderson, I think. Nathan Anderson, yeah, and he's a great guy. And I subsequently met him and we're buddies, so isn't that funny?
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's tough because he's an American and he has to do the English accent because I set it up. We set it up like
Right.
that. But he did great. I thought he did a great job.
Did you actually play the guitar?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Sarah was actually wondering in the chat if you still sing, and I think the answer
I
is
sing
yes.
in the bath. I sing all the time in the car.
If there could be a almost Xenon reunion, would you be down?
Of course. I think they've tried. They've tried to do different things over the years. They've tried a TV show.
I was gonna ask that if there is. We know that reboot and sequel, phase is kind of going right now. Would you be open to something like that?
Very much so. Very much so. But I don't know if I want to play an aging rocker. Maybe
you could
he's
be like
maybe
the
manager now, right?
Manager
He's a
or the dad
you
nurturing the son who wants to
Exactly.
follow in his father's footsteps.
Exactly.
You've been to space. You got your own record company. Come on.
Exactly. That's what I'm going. Exactly behind the music kind of thing. That's where I see him now.
I think you also need to get on carpool karaoke.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Oh, that would be
fun.
amazing.
We'll speak to James about that.
But so, are there any other upcoming projects that you may have that you want to share with everyone so we can stay connected?
Yeah, well, I mean, in the spirit of directing, I directed a short with Sandra Oh that went to Tribeca Film Festival. So I have a feature version of that I'm planning on directing by the end of the year. And then with regards to acting, I just did this pilot with Heather Graham that is based on a book by Leanne Moriarty that did Big Little Lies.
I'm actually
so
getting caught up
excited.
on that right now.
So that was
season 2 is gonna be fire.
That's so that was fantastic to do, and a couple of other things. So we'll see.
Well, that's
Awesome.
exciting. Well, it's been great. I mean, thank you for coming. Do we have any predictions? We know that we don't know for sure if there will be a season 2, fingers crossed, but what are you guys predicting? Feel free to join in and give your possible prediction also.
Your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
My predictions are also questions, because seriously, because like the professor, like now I'm trying to figure out, is it a man or a woman? If so, there's Professor Granger, there's Professor Wagner from the psychology. I'm trying to figure out how Dr. Fielder is now introduced, where she came from, and then the fact that Dylan saw a person kind of appear and then disappear before Luke showed up. Was that Nolan? I thought that was you for a second. I tried to zoom in so hardcore to see who that was. I could not get a clear picture. I was so determined to
I
find
think
out
that
what
was
happened.
me. I always thought that was me.
I really thought that was him.
Checking on Ava before making sure the coast was clear before I introduced myself to her. Before I.
But that was,
came.
but like she already told you off by then.
They must have changed something. my prediction is Zach isn't all that he is.
Claims to be.
Yeah,
I agree with that,
he's too good to be true.
And that would
And
actually
what
really
if
suck.
he's like, this could be just like his motive to get back at her for, you know, what happened.
Exactly.
That's good.
I mean, if that's what we're going with, I predict that the professor's using Zach at the same time. Or like he's in not the inner circle,
As he
but
did with Jeremy.
yes, as he did with Jeremy. Like now he's using Zach for the purpose of his connection with Ava.
Yep, 100%.
Interesting. I love that.
So we should get in the writers' room.
Let's go.
Let's outline season
Yeah.
2.
Or I legit want to feel like maybe the professor's also Gabriel. I don't know why. Something's off about that man. Not just the fact that I have an open relationship. There's just something more for me about him where I have questions about his character.
Yeah, same. What's your prediction, Alice?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. But I did read some news today that makes me believe that Allison and Emily might get back together in season 2 when we find out there is a season 2.
Marlene is really hoping to get the original PLL characters coming
Yes.
through, and we all just applaud and thank you so much if you can make that happen for
It
us.
would be great. And wasn't it also a birthday?
It was her birthday yesterday.
Yes,
Yay,
it was.
happy belated
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Marlene.
Marlene.
Yay. Another year of life, another year of helping us live our Pretty Little Liars perfectionist dreams. My prediction is that Claire is gonna be taken down next. I think it's just something going on with that whole thing with Mason just doesn't sit well with me, and maybe because I personally want to dig deeper into her life, but I think it's gonna be some drama with Claire.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
She needs to be knocked down.
Yeah, Claire, there's a lot there that we don't know about her, I think.
Definitely.
Definitely. Well, it was so great having
It was
you,
a pleasure.
Philip. Thank you for
Thank you.
engaging, just everything.
And
It's
as
been
Norman
great.
said last week, it really is a pleasure and honor to see how invested you guys are in
Yes.
the program, because everyone works so hard on it. When it's out there in the world, to see that people respond to it in the way they do, it's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We love it. We love you guys, and we love you guys too. Hopefully we'll be back soon, but thank you guys for tuning in and staying connected with us with this after show. Where can we find all of you guys on social media? You can go ahead and start first, Philip.
I'm Philip.Reese, RHYS, at Instagram, and at Philip Reese on Twitter.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Alice L. Ford and on Instagram at Alice's Adventures on Earth.
You guys can find me at Real Shay Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find my YouTube channel, Unapologetically Shay.
And you guys can find me on all social media platforms at _Tyra Prude. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Season 2.
Bye.
Woo!
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.